Welcome to South Harmon. Welcome to South Harmon. Hey, welcome to South Harmon. We glad you here today. Another AMA. Ask me anything. Super chat is cool if you wanna pay to play. Like and subscribe, that's what we really appreciate. Let me introduce you to the tear down king. Mike McNutted, ask your questions, he'll answer anything. ATM, you know Adam, put them graphics on the screen. Glad you tapped in now, stay tapped in for the team. Hey, everything is posted. Go follow the socials. South Harmon FF tag us if we get noticed. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Another AMA. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into the Start Shit Show for week 9. Joined by T-Rock and Matt once again. What's up, boys?
How are you guys doing?
Week 9. Can you believe it already? Week 9. Nuts.
The playoffs will be right around the fucking corner here.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Before you know it, you're either in the playoffs or you're out. The season's done.
Yep. Yeah, so we got interesting slate here this week. But before we get started, T-Rock, I'm going to give you the floor, man. You've been working on a little project for the people, so I'm going to let you introduce it. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, so the last few weeks I've been talking to the team, asking them for ideas for my writing, ideas for the Start Shit Show, and I called up Fizz, and he said, why don't you guys track your picks? And I love that idea because I know that's a big thing in the betting world, but I love it for two reasons. First, accountability. Are we actually helping people, or are we sabotaging them every Sunday? Second thing is data. I'm big into data because you can look at things more unbiasedly, but the best thing is you can learn from it, and that's a huge thing here at South Harmon. So we use a lot of data to help position people, help win their leagues. So over the next few weeks, I'm trying a few new things so we can get better with our picks, but if you want to follow along with all of our picks, I'm pinning a Google Sheet on my Twitter. So if you go to TRock5220, you can follow along with all of our picks, all the ones we get right, all the ones we get wrong, and you can learn from it as well. So pretty excited about that.
I'm excited about that too, man. We were talking about this last week off air, and I'm interested to see how well we do.
And I don't know anyone else that does it in the industry. But we agreed, so it's just like it's really hard to do picks. But if we can learn from it and get better at it, that's what I'm all about.
100%. It's actually funny that T-Rock, you mentioned this because Pat and I had talked about this about a year ago. I feel like people can just throw out whatever they want, but then don't really hold themselves accountable, even in the leagues that they're in. You have all these analysts that are in 15, 20 leagues, but they don't tell you at the end of the year, like how good their teams did or where they stack and everything. But I love the idea of picks because obviously this being the Start Shit Show and showing who's kind of hitting it right, who's not. There's definitely some misses that we've had even last week. So I love that idea.
Thanks.
Yeah. No, it was really cool. Mike, good now, guys? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
T-Rock put out this really cool sheet for everybody, so it'll be posted on his Twitter. Make sure you guys follow him there. Check it out. A lot of good stuff. I think you're in the lead, T-Rock, and then I'm in second, and Matt's in a way distant third.
Am I?
Yeah. So we got that. But yeah, that's going to be pretty cool to check out and keep track of the rest of the year. So I'm excited for that. But let's get into these questions. We got a lot going on. Make sure if you got any dire need questions, make sure you guys super chat us. We'll get right to the line. And then all your inactives are right down there posted at the bottom. So if you have any of those guys in your lineup, get them out. So, all right, here we go. JR's got one for us. Chase Brown and a first for King Henry and a dynasty to go for it. I would say no.
Oh,
what do you guys think?
You go, man.
Like a first for Henry is fine, but giving up Chase Brown.
That's
too,
what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I would say I'd do the first for Henry and then keep Chase Brown because Chase Brown could be an additional, pick later on down the road. So I
Yeah,
like that.
I'm good with that.
Just for the first, I think Chase Brown is just a little bit too much with on top of the first.
I'm going to disagree with you guys only because last year in like week 14 or 15, right before the championship, I had a chance to get King Henry and Joe Flacco. And I thought, oh man, they're both going to be older next year and stuff like that. If I would have pulled the trigger on that, I would have won the championship. Chase Brown is not going to win you a championship, I think, this year. King Henry will. He's the best running back, and I think the number 3 overall as far as WARP goes, player in all of fantasy. So I'm definitely doing this.
Okay.
So
That's
I
fair.
don't, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
I guess I'd say like, how do you start with the first? And if you ask for Chase after that, maybe you go for Chase after, but try to start for the first, see if you can get it done.
Yeah. All right, Dr. B's got one for us. Start 3, Zay Flowers, Jaden Reed, Devontae Smith, Josh Downs, Malik Neighbors. Matt, go ahead. Start us off on this one.
Love Devontae Smith and love Downs. Obviously, the switching quarterback in Indianapolis. And then from there, to me, it's either Zay Flowers or the other three are close. I'm gonna say Malik Neighbors. I'll go Devontae, Downs, and Neighbors. Are gonna be the 3 that I'll go for.
All right, and T-Rock.
So in my rankings, I got Devontae Smith, Jaden Reed, Malik Neighbors up very, very high. Those are probably going to be my 3 that I go with. Yeah, Smith, Reed, Neighbors, ahead of Downs and Flowers.
I think I'm going to go with Neighbors for sure against Washington. I really want to put Downs in here, but it's hard to sit Devontae Smith and Jaden Reed for me. So I'm going to go Jaden Reed, Devontae Smith, Malik Neighbors for me, but Downs is really, really close. Yeah, so I'm going to go with that one. DB's got one, Michael Pittman or Zay Flowers in half PPR. T-Rock, who you got there?
I got Flowers ahead of Pittman. I think it's going to be more of a Josh Downs kind of game. So, yeah. And I think it's going to be a couple of weeks before Deontay gets fully into the system.
Yep.
Agreed.
Right, Matt?
I've got Zay Flowers as well. Agreed.
Yeah, I'm going to go Zay as well. Just Pittman just hasn't been doing it this year. Even with Flacco in there, the couple games that Flacco's played, like Pittman didn't smash or anything. So I'm going to go with Flowers. DB's got one more, Keenan Allen or Xavier Legette, full PPR. Matt, who you got there?
I'm worried. I mean, I talked up the Chicago offense all last week. They completely let me down and blew up in my face. Xavier Legette isn't really that much more reliable. So, but I still like the idea of Xavier Legette. I just in the Bears offense, there's too many mouths to feed. Keenan, I think, only had one good week as far as the amount of production they had and the looks that they had. So Xavier Legette's gonna get more opportunity.
All right, T-Rock.
Yeah, it's close for me, but I'm going to lean a little bit more Keenan Allen. I know Xavier Legette, he has a toe injury that he's playing through, but I just don't trust Bryce Young. I'm going to give it another chance for the Bears offense to rebound from the awful offensive play they had last week.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Keenan too. Like Bryce Young, I don't even think he's throwing like barely over like 210 yards in a game this year. So I'm not trusting that. I'll go with Keenan and just hope he can find the end zone, hopefully.
Yeah.
Elijah's got one. Start 2 and half PPR. Antonio Gibson, Justice Hill, Jerome Ford, or Roshan Johnson. T-Rock, which 2 are you starting there?
This one's I have to scroll through a lot of different players for this one. So I have Gibson at 44. I have Justice Hill at 41. So I have Justice Hill ahead of him. I didn't even know Jerome Ford was even playing.
Yeah, he's active. Yep.
Yeah, I don't have him very high. So I'm just going to go with those 2 over 4. Oh, shit. I didn't see Roshan there.
That's what I was going to say.
Let me go with Hill and Roshan. But Roshan and Gibson are back to back, so I could flip flop depending on what you guys say.
Okay, Matt.
That's actually the 2 that I was going to go. So Justice Hill, just in that offense, he's getting a lot out of the backfield for passing and receiving. Roshan, I mean, I know the Bears offense is up and down, but he has been getting a lot of play. He's the second back in that backfield behind Swift. He's gotten a few touchdowns throughout the year. Arizona defense is not that great. So I have that slightly ahead of Antonio Gibson. We had to go with those 2. Same.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Roshan for one. I had to throw him into a couple leagues just with these Brian Robinson injuries and stuff. So I'm gonna go with Roshan. And then the second one, I'm probably gonna go Justice Hill. Ford's interesting, but just coming back first week, you don't know how he's gonna be. And then Antonio Gibson was like he had like 4 snaps last week, so I'm not trusting that. So give me Justice Hill and Roshan.
Okay.
Flo's got one for us here. Half PPR flex injuries had me choosing between Mark Andrews or Javante. Matt, who you got there?
Half PPR flex. I still like Mark Andrews. I know he's been inconsistent, but he's getting a lot more looks. I think the offense looks like it's
He's
actually
been a
doing
lot
little
more
bit
consistent the last like month. So
Yeah, 100%. I just think you got to ride that hand.
Yeah.
So Mark Andrews for me.
all right, T-Rock.
Yeah, Javante has a really tough matchup against Baltimore with their Russian D. So yeah, Javante's like the RB29 for me. I'd much rather go with Mark Andrews.
Yeah, I'm the same. Mark Andrews. Let's see. Corey's got one for us. What's up, Corey? Injuries and buys are not helping Deontay or Greg Dortch. Well, so Deontay came out that said he's going to play between 15, 20 snaps, doesn't know the full playbook. Lamar missed Wednesday and Thursday practice, so only Friday practice they got to even practice together. So, yeah, what are you thinking here, Matt?
I mean, this is a tough question. I would go Dortch just because I feel like with Deontay, Lamar obviously not really on the same playbook, and he only has, like I said, 15 to 20 opportunities. So I just until he gets acclimated, we've seen it with all the other trades that have happened throughout this season in the past couple of weeks. You've seen the wide receivers come in, and even if they're veterans that are pretty smart and savvy, not really having that much play within the offense in the first week. So I'm not going to trust it.
Okay. And T-Rock?
Yeah, I'm looking at Dortch's fantasy output. He was the wide receiver 101 last week, and I think he's been in the top 40
Take that back.
twice all season. So I'm just going to go with Deontay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough one. Like, I think I'm going to lean Dortch just because I think he can at least maybe get me 3 to 4 catches, hopefully. And then Deontay, it is a tougher matchup, too. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to lean Dortch. At least I know he's going to be out there. I just don't trust Deontay. Just some breaking news here. Jermaine Burton is a healthy inactive, and the team is going to address it after the game. So his college shit's coming back to haunt him. So who knows what's up with him. All right, here we go. Another one. First Take Critics got one. Start to ETN, Chubb, or Sutton. Didn't say what kind of a league it is, though. But what would you guys start here? We'll start with you, T-Rock.
ETN I have really, really far down. I'm not playing him. I'd rather play Chubb or Sutton.
Okay, so you're going Chubb and Sutton. Matt, who you got?
100%. I mean, Chubb, surprisingly, at the beginning of the season, I didn't think he was going to come back. I know he doesn't have the burst that he looked like he had, but they're giving him plenty of opportunities to hold the rock. Sutton's pretty much the number one in that offense. And then you've got ETN, who basically hasn't done much this whole entire year, to be honest with you. I don't know what if he fell out of favor with that coaching staff or what the deal is, but they definitely are not utilizing him hardly at all. So,
yeah, I'm with you guys. I'll go Chubb and Sutton. I want ETN to kind of prove it. Plus, he has a tough matchup against the Eagles' rushing defense. Bruce has one. Good morning, fellas. In rough shape, full PPR, Slayton, Bateman, or Mason Tipton. Bench one of them. So which guy are you benching out of that one?
Benching all of them.
I think this one's pretty easy for me, but what do you guys got? Matt, we'll start with you.
Benching Tipton.
Okay. Yeah, they're right there with you guys. No need to further elaborate.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Tipton as well. It's either Tipton or Bateman. Slayton's a must start against Washington, so he's been doing really good. Yeah, it's between Bateman and Tipton. I'll probably just go Tipton on this one, even though Derek Carr's back. Let's see. All right, here we go. Another one here. Dami's got one for us. Play 2, half PPR, Downs, Madison, Darnell, Mooney. T-Rock, who you got there?
Dami, I'm playing Downs and I'm playing Mooney. Those two wide receivers have been killing it in certain matchups, so I think that's this week.
All right.
Same. Even in half PPR, I know half PPR you tend to lean a little bit more towards running back in those cases, but Mooney, we talked about this last week. I haven't checked it this week, but he was wide receiver 17 as of last week in the whole entire season in a half PPR league, by the way. And Downs, we've talked about that with the change in quarterback. Like him a lot. So those are the two that I'd pick.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. Downs and Mooney pretty easy on this one. Bargustus has one and one PPR. Ridley, Chuba, or Javante. Matt, who you got there?
It pains me to say it, but I'm actually leaning towards Ridley. Ridley would be my number one. I think he had a blowout, obviously, last week with D-Hop out of the offense. It was funneled through him. Not saying he's going to blow up like he did last week, but it's obviously like with one less mouth to feed in the offense, he's definitely taking advantage of it. So, Ridley.
T-Rock?
It's super close between Chuba and Ridley for me. Is there any factors that you guys have that lean it one way or the other? Or are you Javante, Eric?
No, it's Javante would be third for me. I think I'm going to go Ridley just because he had 76 targets last week, I think. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Ridley. They have nobody else. And Tony Pollard is playing, but he didn't practice all week. So, he's super banged up. They don't have anybody behind Pollard because Spears is out. Like, they literally just have Ridley and Chig and Westbrook and Keenan, and that's it. So, I could see Mason Rudolph locking in for 10 plus targets again for Ridley. So, I'm going Ridley easy.
I'm going to go Chuba only because I know that Saints D-line is dog shit. And you're bringing up all these reasons for they only have Ridley. Who the hell do the freaking Panthers have outside of Chuba? He's by far their best player. And so I'm going to go with Chuba. But it's close.
Yeah, I think I would rather have Mason Rudolph than Bryce Young at this point.
That's true. That's true.
So, yeah, I'll go Ridley there on that one. All right, we had a super chat come in. Jay sent us another one. Doing my due diligence. Flex, Evan Ingram, Cade Otton, or Pop Douglas. Matt, who you got there?
I actually like Cade Otton in this format. I think he did really well last week. Ingram coming back. I thought he was gonna do well last week. The first week back, he crushed it, and then he kind of disappeared. So Otton, with nobody else in that offense, really, and the injuries to the wide receivers, Otton's been getting a lot more look. So on.
All right, T-Rock.
So I'm looking at the totals for these games. Buccaneers and Chiefs, 45.5. Jaguars and Eagles, 46. So they're like dead even. So as a tiebreaker, because these guys are back-to-back for me, I'm just going to go with the Fizzle Monday. Play the later guy. Let's go with Otton.
I think I am going to go Evan Ingram. I like both Otton and Ingram, though. So if you can get them both
They're close, for sure.
Try it. If I can get both these guys in my lineup, I'm trying it. But my thing with Evan Ingram is when Christian Kirk went out last year, which he broke his collarbone last week, so he's out for the year. Yep. Evan Ingram, that's when he took off and started just getting peppered with targets. So I'm going to go with Evan Ingram on that one. I think he's definitely a top 5 tight end the rest of the season for me is Evan Ingram. So I'm going to go with that one, though. But I really like Otton, too, because they really have nobody. So
yeah, those were 1-2 with me as well. So Pop is definitely third for all of us.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Jose's got one for us. What is your take on Miles Sanders and Bigsby? I have Brian Robinson out. There's not a lot of good running backs on the waivers. Need help. If you got this, it's Bigsby all day for me. Miles Sanders hasn't.
100%.
Yeah, Miles Sanders hasn't done a fucking thing since 2018. And it's 2024, so yeah.
Wait, what year is it?
Yeah. Bargussis, another one. Rico Dowdle, Rashad White, or Michael Pittman. T-Rock, who you got there?
Let me look.
And half PPR.
Well, I know that Dowdle is getting the whole backfield to himself because of Zeke. Here, you might have to come back to me on this one.
All right, Matt.
Half PPR for me kind of sways it. We talked about Pittman earlier. I don't think he's going to be the number one in that offense, regardless of who the quarterback is. I like Dowdle just because he's going to be getting the majority of the snaps. Rashad White hasn't done hardly anything this whole entire year, so he's number 3 for me.
Yeah, I'm going to go Dowdle. Probably Rashad second and Pittman third for me, but Rashad's just splitting it 3 ways, so it's kind of hard to play him. But Dowdle should have that backfield to himself. I'm sure Dalvin Cook will probably get a series or a couple plays here and there. But Dowdle should be the guy in there for hopefully 50, 60 snaps today. So hopefully he gets about 20 touches, hopefully. And then T-Rock, go ahead.
So I have Rashad White ahead of Rico Dowdle, but then I have Pittman like right in between. They're all like clumped up right next to each other. So I probably lean Rashad White just because it's the later game and it's just going to be him and Otten. So,
Okay.
Yeah. But it's close between him and Pittman for me. I'm not going with Dowdle. Dowdle he's done like one fucking good game this year. That's it. I'm just not playing him.
Right. Another one from Bart Gustus. Just so it makes the Google sheet. Half PPR, Tim Jones of the Jaguars or Mac Hollins. T-Rock. I'm gonna let T-Rock dig into his sheet here a little bit. I'll let Matt start this one. Matt, go ahead.
What? Oh, he gets to dig into his sheet, and I just get thrown into the fucking ocean right
Start
now.
making a sheet, damn it.
Tim Jones and Mac Hollins. I like Mac Hollins, just because I'm just gonna say it's a great play, and he's gonna have a lot of opportunity.
Okay. T-Rock, did you find out who you want here?
Yeah, so Tim Jones, my wide receiver, 94.66. Mac Hollins, 96. So I'm going to go with Tim Jones by just a hair.
I'm going to go Mac Hollins just because Amari Cooper's out. Amari Cooper's out. Mac Hollins should at least move up into the thing, and you're praying he gets a touchdown.
He'll be in the high mid 80s instead of the 94
he's only
range.
good if he's running barefoot, so that's the only thing.
Right. So I did want to bring this up too. Johnny brings up a good point. The Green Bay and Detroit game is going to be steady rain all game long. I just looked up. So rain doesn't affect me too much unless it's like an absolute downpour, but steady rain, it should be okay. But Goff in bad weather or Jameis against the Chargers. T-Rock, who you got here?
Probably going to go with Jameis. Yeah, I'm going to go with Jameis.
Okay, Matt.
Yeah, Jameis, same. Just because he's going to YOLO it the whole entire time, and Goff, I feel like in bad weather, typically, I know outdoors, like he's had issues as well, but bad weather, I know it's not going to be horrible in Green Bay, but it's still that's probably going to limit how much he's going to want to throw the ball. So I could see that just being an old school running game.
Yeah, I agree with Matt totally. So I'm going to go with Jameis as well. So clean sweep on Jameis. All right. Can you rank my team this week? At quarterback, he's got Caleb. RB1's Brian Robinson, Jacobs. Well, Brian Robinson is out, bud. So you're going to take him out.
Take that out quick.
DJ Moore, CD Lamb, Njoku. Flexes are McConkey, Sutton, Jake Elliott, and the Bears D. His bench, he has Bucky Irving, Dobbs, Shakir, Komet. Obviously, you need to put Bucky in at your running back spot. Your receivers are good. McConkey and Sutton.
Njoku,
I could maybe, and Njoku too. I think I could get behind Shakir over Sutton. I think I would go Shakir over Sutton, but I think the rest of the team is pretty good. What do you guys think?
Same.
Yeah,
I agree. It's one that stood out, and then obviously the injury to Brian Robinson that was still in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jose, you've been on here multiple times flexing your freaking awesome ass team. So it's I'm with these guys. But yeah, you have a great team, man.
All right. Aldo's got one for us. Who should I flex? Montgomery, Devontae Smith, Mooney, or Dobbins? Didn't say what type of league it is, but Matt, who you got there?
Devontae Smith is a flex for you?
Yeah.
Must be
nice.
Must be nice. Devontae Smith. I mean, honestly, like Montgomery's been amazing all year as well. He's got a touchdown pretty much in every game, along with Dobbs or Gibbs. Sorry. This is a great problem to have. But Devontae Smith to me is above the rest, and then after that would be Monty.
Okay, and then T-Rock.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Give me the Slim Reaper. It's slightly ahead of Mooney, but ahead of both of these running backs.
Yeah, I think half PPR, I'm going to go Montgomery, and then full PPR league, I'm going to go Devontae Smith. So if you, I don't know what kind of league this is, but half PPR, I'll go Montgomery, full PPR, Devontae Smith. All right, Jen's got one here for us. PPR bench one, JSN, Flowers, Pittman, or Tillman. T-Rock, who you benching out of those four?
Oh man, this is close between Pittman and Tillman for me.
Yep.
Yeah. Let me see where I got Tillman at. Jen, I'm benching Pittman. I'm gonna go with JSN Flowers and Tillman.
Okay, Matt.
Pittman, that was one that I was going to bench as well. I agree. It's obviously Tillman had a blowout week last week. Can you rely on that happening again? That is a question, but Pittman hasn't really done much throughout the season. He's had one decent game, maybe two. So Pittman it is.
Yeah, I'm going Pittman as well. I'm going to sit here. Tillman's been fucking smashing 2 weeks in a row with Jameis. Yeah, give me more Tillman. Charles Tillman, right, T-Rock?
Yeah, Charles Tillman. Let me ask you guys, though. Are we afraid that since DK Metcalf is not playing this week, that Gino is going to fucking turtle up like he did last week? Because he didn't do shit.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see it, but I think I got to play JSN still with – I mean, I like him and Lockett a lot this week. Noah Fant either, so it is JSN and Lockett and Jake Bobo and Ken Walker. That's about it. So
And the Rams have – they're playing the Rams. They have, the second highest over-under. It's only behind the freaking Cowboys, Falcons, Dolphins, Bills. So.
Yeah. So with DK and Fant out, I got to play JSN this week, so – otherwise, why the fuck do you have him?
The opportunity is going to be there, so it's like you have to give him the chance.
Yeah.
Ruckus has one. Half PPR, pick one, Tyrone Tracy or Ladd McConkey. Ooh, really good question here. Matt, who you got?
I've got Tyrone Tracy, actually. Half PPR, I think, is part of it. Ladd's also got slight injury, right? So I just like how they're utilizing Tyrone Tracy in the Giants offense. They're giving him a lot of the opportunity. He's proven, that he's a great running back, and he's taking a lot of work away from Singletary. So I like Tracy.
All right, T-Rob.
Yeah, I'm glad that I have this sheet up because their Ladd is
neck.
Right. It's so close. So I'm
yeah.
just listening to you guys to see if there's anything that pushes me one way or the other. I know that the Chargers they're passing a lot more since their bye week, and Ladd McConkey, he was only behind CeeDee Lamb. He exploded last week. So I'm just going to give it. But so did Tyrone Tracy. Remember when we picked Marvin Harrison Jr. so easily over Tyrone Tracy last week? We were wrong. So I'm gonna go with Ladd, but it's by a hair. You want to play both of these if you can.
Yeah, I agree with you. You want to play both if you can. I think if I just picking one, half PPR, I'll go Tracy over McConkey just because of half PPR.
Yeah.
Jen has one more, different league. PPR, no tight end premium, start two of these players. Worthy, JSN, Hawkinson, Xavier Leggett. Matt, who you got there?
Non-tight end premium, start two. I like JSN. We just talked about the reason why within that offense with all the injuries that they've had for the receiving. And then can't trust Hawkinson coming back this early, and then Xavier Worthy probably been number two. So JSN and Worthy, Leggett would be Leggett and Hawkinson are behind them.
All right, and T-Rock?
Yep, lockstep with you. I'm gonna go with Worthy and JSN as well. Hawkinson, I'm super excited for him to be back. But yeah,
love seeing it, but you gotta see it first though. You gotta see how much are they utilizing him? Is he 100% healthy?
Yeah.
Well, he's been practicing for 3 weeks, so
yep.
I think he'll be fine. I'm fine starting him, but with this question, no tight end premium, I'll go with Worthy and JSN as well. Same with you guys. And if it was a 1.5 premium, I'd probably go Hawkinson over Worthy.
Take the risk.
So, yeah, but it's close. J-Dub has one. Full PPR. Cedric Tillman, JSN, Jacoby Myers. Guessing we're picking one of these guys. So, T-Rock, which one are you picking here? This is a good question.
I'm going to go with JSN. Yep.
Okay.
Tillman, ride the hot hand, man. I mean, in that offense now, he's getting peppered with the passes. He's finally, how we drafted him, what was it, 2 years ago? We drafted him with thinking that he could be something, and then he's just been on their bench hidden for a while, and all it takes is some YOLO games, and Tillman's rocking it out. So,
yeah. Man, this is tough because JSN has the injuries there with his teammates. Tillman's been red hot, and Jacoby Myers has actually been really, really good too. So this is a really good question.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, just in general this year, Myers has been really good. I could make a case for all three of these guys. I think I'm just going to lean Tillman though, with just how hot he's been and Jameis throwing the ball. I don't really trust Gardner Minshew. Geno Smith has been good this year, but like T-Rock said earlier, he kind of like just looked like ass last week. So give me Tillman on that one. Let's see. Clean has one for us. As a contender, have a ton of running backs. Would you trade J.K. Dobbins and a third for Mike Evans in Dynasty? Matt, what do you think?
J.K. Dobbins and a third for Mike Evans. Dynasty?
And it sounds like I think that the Bucks are on bye next week, and then
Evans could be back.
Week 11? No, or is it week 11 bye? I think it's a week 11 bye.
I have to pull it up.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this.
Yeah, I mean you're trading a running back and a third for somebody who's already injured and not really sure exactly when he's going to come back in Dynasty. It's tough for me. I don't know if I could do it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, if you have a ton of running backs and like if Dobbins is somebody you're just benching every week,
you're not playing.
I think I'm fine taking Evans because once he comes back, man, he's going to be a top 10 wide receiver, especially going into your playoffs. If you feel pretty confident you're making the playoffs, I'd rather have Mike Evans in my playoff run than J.K. Dobbins. So I think I would do it personally. Especially if I'm okay at running back. Like if Dobbins is my RB 4 or 5.
Right. If you're not sitting somebody that like JK, like you're relying on him every week, and then all of a sudden you're giving him up and waiting for somebody to play in 2 or 3 weeks for Mike Evans, and I can see that.
Yeah. All right. Evan's got one here for us. Hey, fellas, which two would you start? Half PPR, Jaden Reed, Brian Thomas, DJ Moore, Lad McConkey. T-Rock, I'll start with you on this one.
Man. I'm going to go with Reed, and I'm going to go with Lad. Those are going to be my two guys that I – actually, shit. DJ Moore is right next to Reed. Yeah, I want to go with my gut. Meow. She's like, don't forget about DJ Moore. Yeah, the thing is, though, the Bears' offense last week just looked so bad. So,
yeah. All right, Matt?
I kind of have the same problem. So initially my head went Reed, and you said McConkey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was where my head went. But then DJ Moore, it's just he's so hard to trust. I could easily see DJ Moore scoring the most amount of points out of everybody on this list, but it's so hard to trust, and they've been so inconsistent. Where I think there's more likelihood that Reed and McConkey are going to get the higher scores than DJ. But it's tough. I wouldn't be surprised, is all that I'm saying. But I would, if it's my team, Reed and McConkey is who I'm going with. And you just got to take the risk at DJ.
Yeah, I'm with these guys. Brian Thomas has an injury, so we don't even really know how much he's going to play or all that. DJ Moore, like you guys said, inconsistent with Caleb Williams. Well, Caleb Williams has really been inconsistent, not DJ Moore. So I'm going to go with
I'm changing mine up.
I'm changing mine because I just remembered, it's fucking pouring ass rain in Green Bay. So give me DJ Moore and McConkey.
Yeah, I'm going to go with DJ Moore and McConkey as well, only because
is it pouring? Or is it you're just saying rain?
Well, they just said it's a constant rain all game, so I think I'm going to lean more on McConkey.
I want to highlight something. So it just came out this week. Maddie and Cody do the Cuck scores, which is by far the best ranking system of anything in the whole space. They have DJ Moore having the best matchup this week of any wide receiver. So I'm going to lean with DJ Moore because of that.
All
right. Then you just swayed me. It was close. No, I mean, honestly, it was super close. We talked about it. It was super close. And I think kind of what you two said. And then this is part of the reason why talking through it with somebody, just in general helps out instead of you sitting there in your own head. So I agree. DJ Moore, McConkey, the rain factor, and, your stats that you just said for Maddie.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Give me more McConkey just so I could stay close to T-Rock on the sheet. All right.
Me too.
Frostbane's got one. PPR, Pittman or Keon Coleman with no Amari Cooper today. Matt, who you got there?
Keon Coleman. I think
Yeah.
he's finally looks like he's picking up his strides the last few weeks. He's had some pretty good games. Yeah, he's giving the number one in that offense. I like Keon Coleman. Let's go. Wheels up.
T-Rock?
I want to go with Pittman. I mean, Flacco, I think he's not going to only just pass the downs this week. And we have to remember Pittman's a really good freaking wide receiver. So hopefully he can start putting some of these games together.
Yeah, I'm going to go Coleman without Cooper. I just think it lends more to Coleman opportunities here. So, yeah, give me Keon Coleman. And hopefully I can pass you on the sheet with that one. All right. First take's got one. Waddle or Jacoby, full PPR. This is an interesting one. Matt,
this is a very interesting one. And honestly, if you'd have said at the beginning of the season with how good he was with Tua, it would be smash Waddle. Tua obviously came back last week. Wasn't looking that great as far as Waddle's share and kind of production. That being said, let me look at they're playing the Bills and Buffalo for Miami. I'm gonna go Waddle. I think it's close, but I think for me, I think it's just gonna be to his second week back. He's gonna have a little bit more, obviously conviction with his throws, and I think with it going against Buffalo, they're gonna have to throw it a little bit more to keep up. So,
all right, T-Rock.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jacoby Myers. Honestly, pretty easily. The last 2 weeks, he's been a top 40 wide receiver. Do you guys remember the last time Waddle was a top 40 wide receiver? It's been since
like week 1.
Week 1 and week 2. Week 2, he was barely wide receiver 39. It's all been red since then. So I'm going to give it a few more weeks for Tua to,
get acclimated.
Get out of the maze with his head. So yeah.
I'm going to go Myers too, and I read this interesting stat on Waddle this morning when I was looking at my teams. Obviously, Buffalo is a tough defense. They give up the 6th least fantasy points per game to receivers. Waddle has been held to 8 catches for 87 yards his last 2 games versus Buffalo. So they kind of got a little lockdown in there on Waddle. So I'm going to go with Jacoby Myers.
And there was one that we skipped. Brian Halls, Flacco, Baker, Mahomes, Goff. Start 2.
That was right above the thing. Yep, I'll go back to that. Brian, here we go. Flacco, Baker, Mahomes, and Goff start 2. Who do you got there, T-Rock?
I'm going Goff and Mahomes. Finally, I hope that Mahomes has a top 5 game. He hasn't done it in what feels like an eternity, but I'm going to go with Mahomes. And I'm just going to go with Goff just in case. I don't know. Maybe we're wrong about the weather being a huge factor. So, I don't know. I'm just going to split that there. Go with them.
All right. Matt?
I'm going to go Baker and Goff. Those are the 2 that I'm going to go.
Interesting.
I can't trust Mahomes. We talked about this before. He's had 1. I mean, I think if you add it up over the past 14 weeks, he's had, I think, 2 games where he scored over 20 points for fantasy in a while. So, and I do like Goff. So,
and I'm going the complete opposite of Matt. I'm going Flacco and Mahomes.
We didn't help this.
Vikings pass defense gives up a lot of points, and
place.
Tampa Bay's defense gives up a lot of points. Like the way to beat Tampa Bay is to pass the ball on them. So I think this could be Mahomes' best game of the season. So yeah, I'm going Mahomes and Flacco. Pretty easy here for me.
Mm-hmm.
This one here, Cuddy has one for us: Flowers or Olave in PPR. T-Rock, who you got there?
I'm going Olave, Cootie. Yep, Cootie forever. Yep. Let's go with Olave.
Matt?
Olave.
Yeah, yep. Olave pretty easy for me with Derek Carr back.
Derek Carr's back,
yeah, and there's literally nobody else. Like everybody else is fucking dead. Like it's Kamara and Olave. And then you got like the ghost of Cedric Wilson and Jawan Johnson. That's like it. So I'm going Olave. He should get peppered today. So I'm going him. Luke's got one here for us: Flacco, Winston, or Drake May. T-Rock, who you got there?
I'm gonna go with Winston over Flacco and May in a distant third.
Okay, Matt.
I like Winston. Let's go, man. Start throwing those YOLO balls, man. get you down. Let's go.
I think I'm gonna go Winston as well. But yeah, Flacco is tempting, and I could see Drake May having a good game too. So I'm not a against any of those guys. Dr. B's got one. Calcaterra or Jonnu Smith.
Holy
Matt,
shit.
Who you got there, Matt?
Jonnu Smith.
Jonnu, okay.
That's my guy.
T-Rock?
Yep. Jonnu Smith.
Yeah, Johnny's well ahead of Calcaterra for me.
Yeah, he got quite a bit of targets last week, was Jonnu, so I'm going to go with him as well. Calcaterra is just like hopefully he gets you 2 or 3 catches, and he's a good after the catch guy, so you're kind of hoping for that. But I think Jonnu could do a little bit more. Plus, they use him in the red zone quite a bit, so I'm going to go with Jonnu. Robo Chris has one. Pick 2: Pittman, Mooney, Reed, JSN. T-Rock, seems like we've had all 4 of these guys in multiple questions today. So, which 2 are you going with here in PPR?
I'm going to go with Mooney and Reed. Yeah,
Mooney and
but
Reed.
it's super close.
All right, Matt.
Second that, Mooney and Reed. And we've talked about it before. Mooney's been surprisingly a mid wide receiver too this whole entire season, and then Reed in that offense. I'm going to ask the question now because we had a switch earlier. Are you worried about the rain in that offense over there with Green Bay?
I mean, with these options, I think I would go JSN and Mooney. And I feel like I have decent enough options that, at the worst, they could equal Reed. Maybe Reed beats him by a point or 2, but I'd be okay with starting a JSN or a Mooney. I don't think it's a massive, I'm starting, Reed or Mason Tipton. I'm going to start Reed there. So I think I'm going to go Mooney and JSN. I think that Dallas and Atlanta game could be really high scoring, and JSN with all the injuries, I'm going to go with him. So I'll go Mooney, JSN.
Nice.
ZDs has one from Twitch. All right, we got some Twitch guys. Hey Twitch.
That's cool.
Ertz or Jake Ferguson, full PPR. Matt, who you got there?
I mean, I like Ferguson. I just think in that offense, I think there's more opportunities for him. Ertz had a couple of good games at the beginning of the season, but I feel like he has kind of just disappeared. Maybe it's because he's old man Ertz, but Ferguson.
Mm-hmm. T-Rock?
Same. Yeah, I'm going to go with Ferguson ahead of Ertz. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to go Ferguson too. He's due for a fucking touchdown. He doesn't have one this year. So he's due. I'm going to go with Fergie. All right, Steven has one. Do you drop player to pick up Tucker Kraft? Why isn't Tucker Kraft picked up already? That would be my question. Who would I drop from this list? Let's see. I mean, this must be this is a 4-team league, I'm guessing.
His running back room was stacked.
It's going to be between Bigsby, Dowdle, and Mostert probably for me. One of those 3.
Yeah, I think I would drop Bigsby if I had to pick one.
Yeah. I think Bigsby, Dowdle, and Mostert, all those guys are kind of in the same arena. Yeah. So any one of those guys.
Yeah, I think if this is a massive tight end premium, like a 1.5, 1.75, I would do it. But if it's just a 1 PPR league, I might not even pick
That's
up
what I was going to say. Why? Yeah, do you need to, though? That's the question.
You
have
Pitts. Yeah, Pitts, the Week 12 bye is coming up. Tucker Kraft's past his bye, so I get his point. Does he want to pick him up for now? Right. I could see that, too. So if I had to choose, I'd probably go Bigsby.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'd probably go Mostert, to be honest with you.
Okay. And I'd probably go Dowdle just to
split
the middle. All right, iDub has one. Full PPR with a 1.25 points per 10 rushing yards. Okay, that's interesting. Flex, Madison or Jacoby Myers? Matt, who you got there?
We talked about him a bunch. I mean, it's weird every week how there's always consistently the same players keep popping up. And they're different from week to week to week. But Jacoby Myers is one of the guys this week. I like Jacoby Myers. I mean, he's the guy in that offense. He's been getting, obviously, all the attention. So, and he's proven that he can handle it. So, Jacoby Myers.
All right, T-Rock?
Yeah, that 1.25 points per 10 rushing yards, it's not going to matter with Madison. Let's go with Myers.
Yeah, I'm going to go Myers as well. Pretty easy. We are almost at 12:45. We still have a bunch of questions in the queue here, so we're going to fire through the rest of these.
Yep.
Rapid fire.
Yeah, so D-Hop or Dowdle, PPR. Who do you got there, T-Rock?
Let's just go freaking D-Hop.
Yeah. D-Hop.
Yeah, I'm fine going D-Hop on Monday night. I'm good with that one. Do I start Lamar versus Denver or Stafford versus Seattle? You start Lamar every time.
That's not even close.
He's the MVP of the league 2 times. Yeah, you got to start him.
Don't get tricky with it.
Yeah, I agree.
Tricky.
Let's see here. Ricky's got 1 point. Tight end PPR, Disley or Lockett. So I'm guessing that's a 2 points for catch
for
tight ends. I think I go Disley there.
Disley, yeah. I think you have to at that point. I mean, for every catch that he gets, he's getting another extra 10 yards out of it. So,
yep, I'm going with Disley as well.
All right, Dr. B, Baker or Darnold today? I think I am going to go with Darnold.
I'm going to go with Darnold as well.
Baker. I'm the only one out. Well, I guess I'm in dead last place anyway. So,
yeah. I mean, give me the guy. Give me the guy with Justin Jefferson, Addison, and Hawkinson, and Baker's got fucking Jalen McMillan, Kate Otten, Trey Palmer. Yeah.
MD, we're only halfway through the season. You can turn it around. Don't worry about it.
I know. I ain't worried.
Tim's got one. Half PPR, Jalen Coker or Quentin Johnston.
Oh, jeez.
Yikes. I know. You got to read the last part. Yes, you do. As long as you know, you're good.
T-Rock, you got there.
I'm going to go Coker, only because I remember when Quentin was a thing for 2 weeks, and then he's back to being at the bottom.
Well, he's been injured, but yeah, I get it. Matt?
Coker, same.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Coker, too. He's one of the healthy guys. He actually had a decent week last week, so let me go with him. I want to see Johnston back in this offense with everybody healthy first. Evan's got one. Jordan Love or Kirk Cousins. My opponent has Bijan, Mooney, and Pitts. I think I'd go Cousins personally. I think this is going to be a higher scoring game, and Love's in the rain. So I'm going to go Cousins.
Yeah.
Matt?
Cousins. Yep.
Cousins. Okay. Ivan's got one for us. Start 2, sit 4. So which 2 are we starting here? Elijah Moore, Zay Flowers, Jalen Coker, Leggett, Lockett, Hawkinson.
I would say Leggett and Hawkinson. Again, Hawkinson coming off, unless it's tight end premium.
Well, which 2 are you starting? We'll just do that.
Oh, sit 4, my bad. I looked at the other way. I thought it was start 4, sit 2. Sorry, my bad. Starting 2, I would do Flowers and
Coker.
Yeah,
let's do that.
T-Rock, who you got?
Flowers. Those same guys. No, that'd be funny if I just whispered
I heard
that.
somebody in my head just saying Coker.
Yeah, I just sabotaged Matt. I'm not going that direction.
I know. Actually, for a second that I debated on, is it that what you're trying to do? Like
Coker,
just to throw a little.
Yeah.
I'm going Elijah Moore and Flowers. Elijah Moore's been fucking killing it too with Jameis, so that's like the perfect type of receiver for him. So I'm gonna go Elijah Moore, Flowers. Lockett is very close for me too. Who's the worst wide receiver you consider starting over Bryce Young? Probably Tyler Lockett.
Over Bryce Young, and the list is long. Matt Collins is probably
You'd start Matt Collins over Bryce Young. You're crazy.
I'm just kidding.
Who's the worst?
Oh, who's the worst?
Yeah, that's why I said like a Tyler Lockett type. I'd start over Bryce Young.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Next question.
It'll take next question. It'll take him too long to look it up.
All right, Kyle's got one here. Full PPR, Love or Cousins? So we'll start with that. Love or Cousins? We already answered that. Cousins. Dobbs or McMillan? I think I'm gonna go Dobbs because McMillan is truly questionable. He's truly questionable too. No, so give me Dobbs. I know he's playing. And Bengals or Chargers defense?
Chargers.
You're going Chargers defense against the Browns. I'm going to go Bengals against the Raiders.
I like the Bengals haven't been doing that great, but it's the Raiders. I mean, I agree. I go the Bengals over the Raiders. It's just they're playing against a shitty ass team.
Yep. Gooner's got one need. Chuba, Tracy, Olave, full PPR, half point per carry though. Who do you got there, T-Rock?
Ooh, half point per carry.
Tracy Olave.
Holy shit. That's a lot. Half point per carry. I'm gonna go Chuba and Tracy.
Yeah, that's close. I think I love Olave today. I love Olave too. Top 12. I'm gonna go Olave and Tracy.
If you're taking away the half point per carry, that's what I would go on to. But like, that's a lot per carry, man.
Oh yeah. For sure. Flex. Pick one. D-Hop, Worthy, Odunze, Leggett, McMillan. Matt, who you got there?
McMillan's injured, so obviously we talked about that. Leggett, can't trust him. So to me, it's in between D-Hop and Worthy. I'm gonna go Worthy.
Worthy.
Okay. I think you can make this decision on Monday night. If you need a monster game, I'm going Worthy. If you just need like a solid 8 points, I'm going to go D-Hop.
Yeah,
So,
those are the
yeah,
top two
so-
for me for sure as well.
Yeah, so I think you can play it by Monday and see what you need, or if you already clinched, then it don't fucking matter. You can just throw McMillan in. Madison or Worthy? Who do you got there, T-Rock?
Worthy.
And PPR,
Worthy.
he said.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Worthy.
Worthy still in PPR. Tracy, Brown or Mooney, PPR at flex. Who do you got there, Matt? I'm guessing that's
Me?
Chase Brown.
Yeah, to me it's between Tracy and Mooney. I love Mooney. I'm gonna go Mooney. PPR, full PPR, Mooney.
All right, T-Rock.
We said it's gonna be high scoring all game.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a recipient of that. So
Give me come back to me 1 second. These are all right next to each other.
This is the rapid fire segment there, T-Rock.
I know, but I just want to get it
read
right.
the instructions. Read the instructions.
Sorry, Fine, Tracy. I'll give you Tracy.
I'm gonna go Mooney as well. So I'm with that. Let's see. He's got another one. Love or Stafford. I think I'll go Stafford with Cooper and Puka playing.
Back.
Stafford.
And honestly, with Love, with his knee, you don't know. Like again, anything can happen.
Yeah,
he was
growing,
questionable the whole entire week, so it just scares me. Stafford.
Yep. We got a couple more here. Well, then we'll get out of here. Sup, guys? Looking for the most upside. Need 2 flexes out of this. McNichols, Hill, Roshan, Odunze, Tolbert, Gesicki, Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith, Taysom Hill. Who do you have there, T-Rock?
I'm gonna go with Rome Tolbert. We just need 2.
Yep.
Those 2.
All right. Matt?
I was gonna say Roshan and Hill are the 2 that I am gravitating to.
Which Hill, Taysom or Justice?
Oh, sorry, Justice.
Okay. So for most upside for me, I'm starting Taysom Hill. Jamal Williams is out today, so I'm going to go Taysom Hill. Like, he's like the backup running back, and I bet you he gets some catches. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if Hill has a touchdown or 2. And then the other guy I'm going to start here is Gesicki. Without Jermaine Burton and without T. Higgins especially, Mike Gesicki has played like the slot a lot, and that's one of his best games have been this year, is in the slot there. So I am going to win this week on the sheet with Gesicki and Taysom Hill in this question right here. This is going to be it. Let's see here. We got one more here from Shades. He's got standard scoring flex, Waddle, Dobbins, or Dowdle. Standard scoring, I'm going Dobbins. Yeah,
Dobbins. Yep.
Coda's got one. Start 2 full PPR. Wandale, D-Hop, Dobbs, Otten.
Dobbs. Oh no, Wandale. I'm gonna go Wandale. They're right next.
You got 2 to pick.
Okay, those 2. Wandale and Dobbs.
Okay. Matt?
Dobbs and Otten for me.
I'm going Otten and Wandale with the rain there. I think Wandale gets a lot, and Otten should get a lot too. So give me Wandale and Otten on that one. Let's see. Here we go. Grimey's got one. Brian Thomas Jr., Worthy, or Downs, PPR. I'm going Downs.
Downs.
BTJ is playing?
Yes.
Shit. I'm gonna go BTJ.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I could see it too. Like, it just depends on his injury and if he can play and all that. So, yeah, it's pretty good. But that is it for the questions this week. Appreciate all of you guys joining us in the chat for this one as usual. We'll be back next week for week 10, getting closer and closer to those playoffs. We'll get T-Rock to update the sheet a little bit. We'll get you guys, let you know who's taking over there. But yeah, anything you guys got before we get out of here, or yeah, go ahead with your things, and then I'll get one final question in here.
No, I mean, that's it. Well, looking forward to seeing the sheet and how good I'm doing.
I'm gonna win.
Thanks for T-Rock for putting that together, and good luck to everybody, man. Again, next couple of weeks are really going to matter, so start making some moves if you can. Trade deadlines are coming up in most leagues, so don't sit idle. Make some moves, shake and bake, and good luck.
All right. Here's the final question. Quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end. Who's the top one for each position this week for you guys?
Shit.
Oh, this one's easy. So
Chase is, yeah, for sure. Wide receiver.
Okay.
Running back, I got Saquon Barkley.
Okay.
Quarterback, I got Jalen Hurts.
Okay. Tight end.
Oh shit, I forgot tight ends matter. I'm gonna go with Travis Kelce.
Okay. And Matt.
I'm gonna do Chase. I'm gonna do Hurts as quarterback, and then I'm gonna do Kyron Williams. And for tight end, I'm gonna do Brock Bowers.
Nice.
Those are good ones. Yep. Wide receiver for me, I'm going Justin Jefferson. I think he has a big week against Indy. Running back, man, I really like James Cook, and it's probably because I'm playing against him in like 3 leagues that matter. So, he's going to go off. So I'm going to go James Cook. Quarterback, that one is tough. I could definitely see Jalen Hurts, like you guys were talking, but yeah, I'm going to go Jalen Hurts at home. I agree with that one. And then tight end, yeah, Bowers is looking good, but I'm going to go Evan Ingram. I think he, like I talked about earlier, I think he has the big game this week. So I'm going to go Evan Ingram. So
They're nice.
yes. All right, guys, that is it for this week. Jose has one more quick one. Bucky Irving or Bigsby?
Irving.
Yeah, I think I just go Irving
Bucky.
on Monday
Bucky.
night. Yep. Go with the fizzle. Go with the late night guy. Or the Monday guy, the later guy. So that is it for this week, guys. We will see you next week for week 10. We'll see you.
Later, guys.